welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here to do the winter finale of Big Sky. Oh boy! Was it good? Oh yes. Oh, it was good. Alright? Still no Ryan Phillippe. Okay? Y'all, Ryan Phillippe may be dead. But I am keeping hope alive, child. Let's start off with the trooper, honey. Rick. So, last week we see Rick walking up the stairs with a hammer in his head because, honey, his wife is like, look, I went dance and I had me a good old time, child. I'm sick of you. So, a customer came in, which was Ronald, child. And I went dancing at the old folks' community building. So, Ronald, we know he is unhinged. Excuse me, Rick, the trooper. He is unhinged. He is crazy. He's about to blow. So, he's walking up the stairs with a hammer. He goes in the bedroom. His wife is asleep. And in his mind, what he really wants to do is bash her head in, child. He was like, but he didn't do it. That's what he wanted to do. Instead, he sat by her side and caressed her hair. So she woke up and she was like, what are you doing? I'm freaking out. You're scaring me a little bit. So he's talking about how he's gonna make a change, how he drove his wife to go dancing, and how he hasn't been the husband that he should have been, and so she's looking at him and she's like, excuse me, are you okay? Question mark. So he stands up, has the hammer in his hand. And so she's like, does he have a whole hammer in his hand? He gonna talk about he gonna do some redecorating and put up some, decor and knock this down, put this up, child. He said that's something that she had wanted to be done, so he's gonna go ahead and do it. So, of course, this startled her, a little bit. Now, let's talk about Ronald. So, we know Ronald, okay? He's crazy, all right? He's down at the little underground house talking to the girls, talking about how, they gonna be going to a better place. And, honey, Danielle is sick of them. Honey, she had her Wheaties. She balked. She said, you're a loser. You're no good. You're trash. You're weak. See, I'm a pretty girl. See, this is why you can't stand me. This is why I bother you so much. Because, see, you must have been rejected by all of the pretty girls with your little penis. I ain't scared of you. I'm tired of you. You want to hit me? You want to punch me in the face? You want to beat me up? Do it. But take these off first. Because, see, you put that taser down and we go toe to toe, I may just whoop your butt. I said, Danielle, okay. Honey, Grace and the other girl, honey, was looking at her like, Danielle, you better calm down a little bit. Because, see, Danielle, of course, was feeling guilty. She's the one that, chased him down, called him a jerk, and, all this. So she's feeling guilty about, everything. And, honey, Ronald is standing there, honey, he is seething. But he said, you know what, you're not going to get me rattled. See, I know what you're trying to do. You're not going to get me rattled, okay? I'm not even worried about it. So he goes out, and he sees fresh truck tire marks. So he calls Trooper Rick, and he's like, somebody been here. Rick saying, what? Somebody been here, look at the marks. And so Rick is like, oh God, that's from a truck, all right? How in the world would someone know that we out here? What's going on? So, of course, they put two and two together. And he's talking about Jenny and Cassie. And he's like, look, they got to be dealt with. I am sick of these women. I'm tired of them. They get on my nerves. We got to get rid of these girls. And we got to get rid of the older women. They hunt me down. So, we have Cassie. All right. Cassie's in the kitchen with her son. And she has a flashback of her and Ryan Phillippe, Cody, doing some fly fishing. And Cody said something about go deep, or it has to go deep, or underneath, or something. So that triggered her to think about the hideaway. So her dad has a connection with the building office. So she goes back to the office and she tells Jenny, she said, look at this. Look at it. There's something underneath it. She said, girl, it's an underground. So Jenny and Cassie goes to the place because the secretary was like, look, Rick is there right now. I still have my good eye on that secretary. But anyway, so Cassie and Jenny are on the way to the hideaway. They called the sheriff and they said, listen, send us some help. Something's not right with Rick. Okay? That hideaway, you know, there's a place, an underground place. I mean, look, he is suspicious. And so the sheriff is like, how do y'all even know he been there? How do y'all know about this place? Well, child, they had to fess up and say that they put that tracking device on Rick's truck. And so he said, y'all don't supposed to be doing this. And so Jenny said, listen, you can fuss at us later. We need your help, okay? These girls are there. We know they're there. So here comes the sheriff. Here comes all these officers. And of course, when they get there, no one's there. Everything's been cleaned up. No sign of Ronald. No sign of the girls. But honey, Rick is there. And honey, he is mad, honey. Hook a coochie mad. And so he's telling the sheriff, he was like, listen, this is ridiculous. As you can see, you called this place. You found nothing. Okay, I am an upstanding citizen. I am a top-notch trooper. And you letting these women run you? You let these women run amok? What kind of officer are you? What is going on? So he's fussing. The sheriff is fussing. And so he's looking at Cassie, you know, like he could strangle her child. So he just shot them. So Cassie and Jenny, it was a huge bust because the girls, you know, wasn't there. You know, they did some illegal acts. The sheriff got mud on his face. Rick, he's gone. I mean, it was just a mess. Okay. So Rick and Ronald are back at that little bar, all in, where the trooper spends all his time, and that is where they took the girls, okay? So Rick is like, whoo, Lord, honey, we gotta check. Did y'all see their faces? Honey, their face was good and cracked. I would pay good money to see their faces again, okay? Woo! We won this round, child. We won this round. So Ronald is like, well, what is going on? What are you gonna do, you know, with them girls? What's going to happen? And so Rick said, don't worry about it. You let me deal with them girls. Okay, I got everything under control. Them girls have been a pain in my side. Because see, Ronald, he's cleaning up the girls. He's wiping the girls' faces. He's combing their hair. He's putting new clothes on them. And the lot lizard, the hooker girl, she was like, you don't have to do this. You can change your mind. You don't have to do this, okay? So, of course, Ronald, he got in his head just a little bit. So, him and Rick are in a discussion, and then Rick said, look, I'm sick of this. I am tired of the kidnapping business. I'm out after this. Honey, this done ran up my blood pressure. It's done ruined my marriage. My wife out here dancing with some fool. And so, you know, here comes, you know, Ronald. Ronald was like, oh, really? Oh, they dancing, huh? And so Rick was like, yeah, a quilt customer. Some dude who buys a quilt. Get out of honey, it was Ronald, child. So they're just talking, they're going back and forth, and then we have the ladies. The ladies is sitting in the sheriff's office, child, getting scolded. He said, I have told you all time and time again to stay out of this. I will handle this. And they said, listen, he is crazy. Something is wrong with him. Okay? We know we are on to something. Well, here comes the sheriff's boss. Honey, this tight bun, tight face, tight lip woman, honey, she was mad. She said, what is going on? Well, one of my troopers may have been shot. This is not how you run an investigation. And honey, she done called out Cassie. She done called out Jenny. She done called Cassie a no good fallout officer. She said, do something about it or I will. So the sheriff ends up putting Jeannie under arrest because Jeannie said, listen, it was all me. It was all my idea. It was all me. And so Cassie said, girl, you ain't got... Jeannie said, don't worry about it. Call Denise. She'll get me out in a couple of hours. It's all good. So the trooper woman, you know, she was talking to Cassie. She was like, don't mess with my men. I don't know who you think you are, but you're running around here muck. Don't mess with my men. So Cassie, she leaves. And then did y'all see that trooper officer's face? Child, she probably in on it. I don't trust nobody, child. She's probably part of that church. I don't trust anybody. I think we all can side. So, we have the girls, okay? They are at all in, all right? We have Trooper Rick. He doing his own thing. And then we have Ronald, child. Ronald on the end and back up at that quilt store, honey. What's Trooper's wife's name? Marilee? Honey, he's like, you know, talking all sweet to her. Gave her a sweet little kiss, child. Honey, Marilee, child. She is in it, honey. She feel flattered. But she said, listen, okay, we had our cute little dance, but nothing's gonna come out of this. I should have told you this, but I'm married. Honey, Ronald don't care nothing about that, child. He just using you to have a little leg up on Trooper Rick, child. So anyway, Ronald is back home, honey, and his mama says, you are sicko. You have these cravings. You have these tendencies for girls. You have something to do with them girls. You are a predator. You are a PEDO. Child, why did that mama say that? Honey, Ronald, within a second, honey, it was like he was gliding across that floor. And honey, he started choking his mama. Honey, he was like this. He said, don't you ever call me that again. Now, I done gave you many warnings to keep your mouth shut, woman. Now, I can show you better than I can tell you. Honey, he was choking his mama. His mama was like, I was like, Mama Ronald, you better shut your mouth. So he done poured cereal over his mama's head. Now he choking the child. So we have Cassie, honey. Cassie says, I don't like Trooper Rick. We got to talk to someone who know him. So, honey, she goes and talks to Marilee. And she point blank tell Marilee, your husband no good. He's crazy. And he has something to do with those women. And so, of course, Marilee was like, you out your mind. My husband is a great trooper. He is a pillar of this community. He would never do anything like that. He is a creature of habit. He comes in the same time. He eats his food the same time. He leaves out the same time. Nothing changes with him. A creature of habit. Ding, ding, ding. Cassie said, oh, really now? So Cassie starts thinking. And so Cassie says, well, what does this man always do? He's always down there at that raggedy bar, all in, child. That is what he does. So she goes there. And who is there, honey? Trooper Rick. Now this part, honey, when I tell you the conversation took too long. Now shipped out. Okay? And so here's Cassie at the top of the step. Trooper Rick is down at the bottom of the step, and child, let it begin, honey. All right? And so Cassie was like, look, move. I said move. I will shoot you. So he was like, oh, you gonna shoot me? I'm a trooper. I haven't done anything wrong. What are you talking about? Okay? I haven't even reached for my weapon. And so Cassie's like, move out the way. I will shoot you. Don't do it. Don't do it. So while they're going back and forth, we hear the girls in the background going, nah, nah, nah. That's an automatic, Cassie. The minute you heard those girls mumbling, boom, it's over. It's done. Because if Trooper Rick was there to help the girls, they wouldn't be mumbling. They would have been running up them stairs. He would have let them be free. But no, he's having a conversation with you on why you shouldn't blow his head off. I was like, Cassie. So then Cassie was like, who is that? And he says, oh, it's those 3 missing girls. And honey, let the games begin. They keep going back and forth. Reach for his gun. She said, drop it. She said, don't do it, don't do it. And then she went, boom. Cassie put one right here, right in the dome, honey. And then Rick said, my. And then it went off. But I forgot to add how Rick and Ronald met. Rick pulled him over while Ronald was getting him a BJ from a hooker child. Her name was Sage, child. She was a whole herb, honey. And so Rick was telling Ronald about how, she's trash. She's gonna, pull you down the wrong road. We need to get rid of women like that. You're a good dude. You got a good raising. Come with me. So that's how Ronald and Trooper Rick got together. So anyway, y'all, that's it. It was a great episode. It was a great, season. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this show. Thank you for all of the love that you have shown me through this series. Y'all have showed up and showed out, and I am so glad that I turned so many of you onto this show. I appreciate that, because I really hope that, more and more people watch this show so it won't get canceled. But anyway, guys, y'all know what to do. Leave your comments down below. And don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends, bye.